Hello, beautiful people. And again, hello, Jennifer Doran. I
Hello, it's been
am,
so long.
this has been so long. We just got to filming part one of Eric and his Afterlife. And I will say
Excuse me.
again, I love you, Eric. You know, I just said it to you like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with the community questions, guys. You guys are so brilliant to come up with these questions. All right. Eric, do all the earth angels meet before coming onto earth?
Do all the earth angels meet before coming onto earth?
Yeah.
Um, well, no, not necessarily, because there's kind of like a revolving door
Yes.
of them. So
Yeah,
they're
right.
yeah.
They're
And
not all
there's always
incarnating at
ones
the same
leaving and
time.
one's coming in. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right. As an earth angel, do we always feel like we don't belong here?
Nope, not always. Not always. Um, it depends on the struggles the challenges that you put on that particular life path as well, whether you feel that way or not.
Okay. Do all the earth angels have a class together or is it individual? Have class
Uh,
together. I'm not sure by lectures or they're talking about, or are we,
so there is so any soul that's going to become like a spirit guide, like a main guide, there is like training. Okay. So same
yeah,
with earth angels, there's like training, but it's not all done at the same time. Again, it's like,
individual.
yeah, or it's not, no, sometimes there are groups, but it's
Okay.
not, sorry, my nose is super itchy. It's not all the earth angels at one time taking the same class. It's like groups here and there.
Okay. Earth Angel 101.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do all earth angels, no. How and who decides when a person's going to be should be an earth angel?
The soul themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would decide, just like we would decide if we want to be a main spirit guide, just like right now, if you decide I want to do this and I'm going to go and get educated for this,
Okay. So
here on Earth.
why would somebody choose to be an earth angel?
Um, for, the growth of the collective conscious
Oh,
to, yeah, just to help other souls on a bigger, more challenging level, because there are some challenges. Eric's saying if you're comparing it to like main being sitting over there and being a main spirit guide as opposed to coming down here and being an earth angel, that's a little bit more of a challenge
hmm.
to come down here. Now, not that main spirit guides don't come down here, they absolutely do, but
Yeah.
it depends on what kind of struggle, what kind of challenge, what kind of growth you're looking for on a soul level.
Okay. So what's the difference between a spirit guide who incarnates
So
and
a
an earth
spirit
angel?
guide could be an earth angel.
Okay.
But what he's saying is, like, say you're next, like you're back on the other side and you're looking and saying, okay, am I going to go back down, or am I going to stay here and be, do a job over here or be a main spirit guide? If you've like trained to do like these bigger jobs, he said kind of staying over there and being a main spirit guide might be, if you're looking for a break from Earth, you might be like, okay, I'm going to stay over here and help guide the souls, this particular soul that's down there. Whereas earth angels, if you're actively coming in, aggressive earther, somebody just said that term to me, like somebody who comes in over and over again. And so now you're an earth angel and you're here and you're probably tired
Mm.
and you're probably overwhelmed and feeling like you don't belong. There's a lot of that. That's harder than staying over there and working.
Yeah.
So, on like why you would choose to do that is because you might be aggressively trying to grow your soul
Oh,
quickly,
okay.
quickly
Yeah, because
trying
they
to do
usually
it.
come in with a lot on their plate,
Yes. Yes.
but they have to come in then with the higher vibration so they can survive.
Yeah. Yep. So the light, doing the light work, and a lot of times, not always, but Eric's saying a lot of times, like an earth angel might come in, to a lot of challenges, and at some point realize it's better to like not focus internally, but externally, to focus on how you can help others, how you can spread the light, and that eases a lot of the stress sometimes for an earth angel that's down here. No,
Oh,
yes, all your stuff that's going on. start putting it out there. Go volunteer, go. This is actually stuff that can really help the people who are here as earth angels. If you're feeling overwhelmed by your own life,
Yeah.
so it's okay to just kind of like put that aside for a bit and focus someplace else. It's not always good
Yeah.
energy, but it can be very healing.
Okay. Well, is it like once you're an earth angel, you incarnate all the time as an earth angel, or can you just do that anytime you want? And can
You
anybody do
Yeah,
that?
you can do that anytime you want. Eric's talked about this before and he's referencing it now. Like when you get back to the other side and you're back with your higher self, say you have trained to be an earth angel. Well, that's in there as part of your higher self. But if you want to come into your next life and don't want to take any of that with you, you just block that out. You just don't take any of that earth angel energy with you.
Okay.
Okay, you just kind of take what you need to learn what you're trying to learn that time.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Often I feel alone here on earth, this person says. Can I call on you to help me through those hard days where I feel like I don't belong?
absolutely.
Yeah. We,
Absolutely.
we many people just don't realize that you can always ask for help from your team,
Mhm.
really anybody on your team, including Eric. Um, did you judge someone positive or negative, and when you passed to the afterlife, you discovered that you were wrong? I mean, not maybe they're talking to you personally. I don't know.
So, and
Or
of course, in general, that happens a lot. Yes.
yeah.
Um, I'll tell you, Eric is saying not really. No,
Okay.
he must have been a pretty good read of people when he
Yeah.
was here.
Was.
Yep.
Yeah. And he never was, he get angry, of course, like any human, but he never really did take
He
somebody down.
No, he wasn't
Himself,
really
yeah.
critical or judgmental or
Mm-mm.
and he was a pretty good read of people. Animals
Yeah.
must have really loved him as
Oh
well.
yeah. Oh,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you able to see or predict the future from where you are for those still on Earth, Eric? For instance, would you know if something good or bad is going to happen to a living loved one and be able to warn them accordingly?
If it were free will, yes. Okay. If there
Oh,
were an exit point coming that did not need to be taken, yes.
okay.
But there is still some free will down here that quickly changes things. They usually can see it before us, for sure, but um there are directions. Okay, so basically what he's saying is they ultimately know where we're going to end up. Just look at Earth. They
Oh
know
yeah.
where we're going to end up,
Right.
what's going to eventually happen to Earth. How we get there, there are multiple different avenues it could take
Yeah.
based on what we do as humans.
Yeah. Right.
But the end goal is not going to change.
Okay. That makes sense. So, do you see anything with your loved ones here on Earth that you need to warn us about?
No, nothing
Okay.
that needs to be warned about. And
Okay.
I do want to say, for the most part, the warnings are going to be if something can be changed, okay?
Oh
And
yeah.
that goes for almost anybody. Anytime you sit and do a reading, if something comes up, it's going to be because there's free will that can alter it. But when, I've heard people say, well, I had a reading, why didn't they tell me so and so was going to die? Well, because there was nothing that could be done. Like,
Right. Makes sense.
you're not going to, yeah, they're not going to warn us that something's coming if nothing can be done about it
Yeah.
for the most part.
Why go through that agony of knowing?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that it doesn't mean that people don't see death coming. And of course, there's plenty of psychics or, people just in general who knew somebody was going to die. Eh, and that's maybe to prepare you or
Yeah.
whatever it is. But for the most part, they're only going to give us those warnings if we can change it.
Makes sense. Hey, Eric, how often do you interact with Jesus and his mother, Mary?
He said on a monthly basis.
Oh, the
So to put it in our
regular thing in
time
at
here.
the local diner.
Yes. Yeah. Not like a daily thing, but yeah. Yeah.
That's nice. So, what do y'all do?
Um, he says really chat, just chat. Um, about the direction things are going, the way things are going here. A lot of what those three in particular talk about is what's going on here. And of course, they're all very still connected to Earth and what's happening here and the growth. So this is, I guess, mostly what they talk about.
Okay, that's cool.
He
Very
did say, I apologize. You know me with the swearing, but he says sometimes we do just shoot the shit. Like we're just, just,
All right, that's good.
just
So,
talking.
what is Jesus wearing when you see him usually?
He goes khakis and a cardigan, just like, just
Oh,
regular clothes, not robes, not sandals. Yeah, like,
that's
uh,
so cool. Like
yeah,
when we interviewed him, we had a t-shirt and jeans on.
yeah, just, regular clothes,
And Eric said,
casual.
"Hey, Jesus, show him how cool you are." And
Yeah, yep, yeah. I don't have the long hair. I don't have the sandals. Yeah,
oh my
no,
God, that's cute.
yeah.
All right, you were an earth angel and have ascended. No, sorry, you were an earth angel and have confirmed that I am too. I don't know who this is. Does that mean we had many lives and ascended through experiences? Is that why
So
we have a higher vibration, earth angels in general?
it does not mean just because particular souls are earth angels does not even mean they are from the same soul family.
Oh,
Okay. Yes, so all the earth
right,
angels are not all from the same soul family and they
right.
don't all necessarily know each other. In this particular case, whoever this person's asking, yes, there is past life connections here,
Mm.
but it's not the case. There's
That's
earth
not always
angels
the
in
case,
all the soul families.
right?
Yes.
But do earth angels, as a general rule, have they had many lives and ascended through a lot of experiences in order to get
Yes.
to a higher vibration?
Yes. Earth angels typically have incarnated often. I mean,
Okay.
you're not coming down here for your first
Suckers!
go
Oh,
round yeah. You're not coming down your first go round as an Earth angel on Earth.
no, no.
So you've been here plenty of times before.
All right. What does it mean to hold vibration for Earth and others? Never heard of that. You
It
said we help even while we're just sitting on the couch. How?
it's this would just be like just sending love, sending positive, sitting and having feelings of love for a particular, I guess we're talking about Earth. Is that what the
Yeah,
question was about
yeah,
Earth?
I think so.
Yeah, so just, sitting on the couch and giving your gratitude for everything that the earth provides you, or, this is holding whatever or raising the vibration or whatever that was that said you
Yeah,
just sit
holding
and you,
vibration for Earth. Yeah.
yeah, you just sit and you give gratitude, you give love.
Just your
Um,
existence can,
yes,
with some people can raise the vibration of the
yes.
collective.
Mm, yep. Yeah, it's just like think about sending out positive vibes, sending,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah. There we go.
praying, it's the same thing.
So this person goes on. I know you're an archangel now. Now, as a mother who knows all your flaws and my own, I still am having a hard time wrapping my head around that. Are you really an archangel, or you just have archangel energy, or that there's no labels kind of thing anyway? So
Well, yeah, this is like it's weird, and I feel like it's something that we don't really quite have all the like levels for here or something.
right,
So yes, there's definitely like for him like the archangel energy, but he can still come back down here if he wants to, and
yeah. Be
live
quiet.
another life.
Tell her. Okay.
Um, so it is there. I don't quite understand the energy of it, if that makes sense. I
I
don't know
don't
how to
either.
put it into words.
It's not important. He's my Eric, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
What were you on the other side before your life as Eric? Some type of angel before you incarnated as, or were you just a regular
Just
spirit?
the soul, just yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like the video game stuff. He definitely leveled up this life and after this life.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like leveled up.
Leveled up.
Yes.
All right. Hi, Eric. How long do you stay there before reincarnation? And is it longer or shorter for some?
It absolutely depends. It is your free will when you are over there, he said.
Yeah.
When you are over here, you don't ever have to go back there. It is completely your free will. You can stay 2 weeks, you can stay 200 years. It's up to you.
Okay. Now, does your soul, your higher self, have a name, Eric? Is this something you like to call yourself?
So yes, and he says this goes for kind of all of us. There is a name. Right now, Eric is what he is using.
Okay.
And for as long as his family's here and the people who are followers and love him, this is the name that will be used for him, is
Okay.
what he says.
What about before this incarnate your incarnation is Eric?
Andres,
Andres. Okay.
something like this.
All right.
Something with an
All right.
A-N, something like this.
Interesting. What spirit guides or ascended masters are helping your soul right now to develop even further? And are they the same ones you had on Earth?
So in this particular case, Jesus is absolutely
Oh,
um, uh, one of them. Uh, oh, this is there's some souls over there that would be considered like deities on other planets that I don't really know the
oh,
names of.
okay.
Okay. So like Jesus is a deity for Earth. Uh, like that type of, it's like this, but from other planets. There's definitely angel energy, archangel energy that are helping him.
Okay.
And God, right, connected
Wow.
to it's like a plug-in to the collective, just the collective,
Oh, wow. That's
you know?
cool. Source.
Yeah. Yes.
Just everything and all.
Hmm.
When you're on Earth in our physical reality, can you see yourself in mirrors? Or are you like a vampire?
Uh, no, he says, no, we could see ourselves in anything reflective if we wanted to.
And what do you see when you look in the mirror?
Um, well, right now he would see what looks very much like him, like whatever you would see, but
Okay.
he says we're not like, standing there looking at ourselves like, oh, how am I looking? So yeah, it's not really like if they popped in and there was a mirror right there, they'd see themselves. But yeah,
Oh,
that
okay,
would,
cool.
yeah.
What do humans look like to you guys? I remember I thought you said something like kind of a muddied appearance, but maybe things have changed.
So he says it really does depend. That's like and I've said this before, like down here we have certain gifts and abilities, okay? And they do too. So there
Oh,
are some over there who can see us like we look. Just they can see very clearly. Like what do you call HD? HD HD is
oh,
that,
okay.
yeah, yes. But there are some souls over there who, whether that's just not as significant to them or it's not as important to them, or perhaps there are souls on the other side who don't have any soul family really
Yeah,
down here to keep an eye on. So they wouldn't necessarily be looking. And if they happen
yeah.
to catch a glimpse, it might look a little bit more blurred. There's a spectrum of what we
Oh, I
look
can
like
imagine. Yeah.
to them.
All right.
Yes.
As a soul, can you touch water or grass and feel the same way as a physical human being on Earth? Or when you hug mom, do you feel her body or kiss her cheek, her skin on your lips? Do you feel that?
Yes. So I know this is a very controversial thing as far as like how can we touch or anything when we don't have a physical body? And I have asked Eric a million times about this. He says we can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell on the other side, and then some. So yes, they can touch us, and anybody who's been touched by spirit knows it can feel anything like kind of like bugs or something to
Yeah, spirit
a
bugs. Yeah.
pretty hard smack. I've been smacked a few times, but
Ah,
and kind of anything in between. And so yes, we feel more solid to them than they do to us when they touch us.
oh, yeah.
However, he does say like those times when like if you've been poked really hard or smacked really hard by spirit, he said that really they're not trying to like do it that hard. He says we can't always control
Oh, yeah.
the intensity with which we do things down there.
Okay. All right, Eric, have you been reincarnated? And if so, are you in the family now?
Mm-mm. No, he says he's over there.
Okay, you're gonna wait.
Yes.
All right. Can you please explain how you pick your soul groups? And if you decide you no longer want to be in a particular soul group, can you just go join another? Or is there a process to change the
Well,
soul
you
group
wouldn't
you're
really
in?
leave. He says you don't really leave your soul group necessarily. You may expand it.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so if for instance he says if I had 100 people in my soul family,
Right,
and I'm just using an easy number.
right.
It's not like this soul family, everybody only has these 100 people. Somebody in that soul family might have 300 people in their soul family.
Oh,
It's like those, those charts where the
the Venn
circles
diagrams. Yeah,
overlap. He says it's
yeah,
like
right.
this is how there's not like one soul family over here and one soul family over here. And he's also saying it was the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Like all the soul families are connected because there's members that weave through all of them.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That makes
So,
total sense.
and how do we, I mean, really, he says that how we end up with our soul families is the souls that we end up incarnating with
Yeah,
more, the souls that we spend more time with over there. It's how soulmate relationships develop, and it's why we don't none of us have just one soulmate. There's multiple. We
yeah,
may never meet one in an earthly life,
right.
but it's those souls. And he puts it like this, like you think about your life right now, your inner circle is your closest people, and then
Yeah.
your friends, this might be your family, and your friends are out
Acquaintances
here and your
even.
acquaintances are out here, and then the strangers are out here.
Yeah.
It happens the same way.
So as a general rule,
Shoot, my
as we,
computer's dying. Sorry,
uh-oh,
no, I'm good. I just got to grab my cord.
no, as you go life after life, does the soul family get larger?
It can,
It can,
absolutely.
but not
No,
necessarily.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily, because there are some souls that don't incarnate very often, or they've only been here once and they've decided not to come back. And so
I
they
don't
might,
blame them.
yeah, I know, right? So they
Not
might
gonna make
not
that
be,
mistake again.
yes, they might not be widening their circle. One of the things he's referencing is like for souls who are coming in with heavy lessons in like abandonment or isolation, oftentimes those souls come in with souls they've never met before. They're
Oh,
not part of their soul family, they're stranger souls. So if they go through that life and develop a very strong bond with somebody that they didn't know before, well, then they might be part of that soul family, depending on how well they do in that life. So we're always kind of meeting new souls and having the opportunity to form bonds.
wow. Are the number of souls in existence, is that number getting larger? Or is it a set number and they're, incarnate, some are
Um,
incarnated more? I mean,
yeah,
are
he's making
more
me feel
being
like it's
sheared off
more of
from
a
source, in other words?
it that's really yes and no. Um it's like even when they get sheared off of source, they go back into a higher self or something that's already over there.
Oh, okay.
Um that's actually should be very easy to answer, and it seems actually quite confusing.
Yeah,
So
I'm already confused. I was born confused anyway. So,
excuse me.
how many are in our soul family, Eric? Our soul group?
Um, yeah, soul in your soul family, hundreds. I'm somewhere in the three, four
Okay.
hundreds, somewhere in there. And we're talking about like that closer, that those aren't
Right,
the only souls
right.
okay? But
That's the soul
actually
family.
in
Is
the
the soul
soul,
group bigger, or is it the same? Is that a synonym? Soul group, soul family.
he's using those as synonyms.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Do you still enjoy the souls of bugs coming into heaven? That's such a cool part of the book where people just sit around in their lazy lounge chairs and watch bugs, just like
Yes.
beautiful sparks,
Yes. Yes.
fireworks.
Bugs go into heaven. There are not bugs in my heaven, but I'm just but yes, they get to go over there too. And yes, they do come in just like that. Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Let's see how we're doing on time. On the phone. All right, one more question. Have you been able to hook up with, in some manner, the people you didn't get to in life? Call it the land of missed opportunities. There could be many contexts here. Also, what non-famous entity should we invite into our lives? Okay, so I don't
It
really
seems like
understand the
three questions.
question. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah. Do you have another question?
Have you been able to get together in some manner with people you didn't get to in life? I'm sure, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. At
Okay.
100%. Every
Okay.
day. Every day
Okay.
yeah, connecting to, and it's through this,
Yeah.
connecting with people, and then, the loved ones here who are connected to Eric, and then they have a loved one that die. He connects with them once they get to the other side too.
Okay.
So absolutely, yes.
All right. Let's just stop there. All right,
All
guys. Sorry
right.
about my eyeball. It doesn't bother
Oh,
me. I promise. It doesn't hurt. It looks like it's painful, but it's not. Thank you, Jennifer. You guys get in touch with her on there's the banner that will tell you how. Jennifer, is there anything you'd like to share before we close?
no, just he, of course, says he loves you
I
and
love
thank
you
you.
too.
He wants to thank you. Thank you for um doing this, because any day you could wake up and decide you don't want to. All the scalar work that you do, everything that you do for people, and uh he gets so much because he can feel all that love.
Yeah.
He can, and I know you get a lot of love from the community too, but
Yeah. I'm so
he
grateful
wants
for it.
to send the love from the community that's over there on the other
Oh,
side.
thank you. All right. Thank you guys. I love you. Love you, Jennifer. Anything you want to say about your are you real backed up or is it easy?
I think I'm booking out like maybe 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that.
All right.
I'm not super backed up, but yeah, well, you know how to find me if you need me.
Yes. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Love